The world is watching.
Hi guys, it's Dave in real life and welcome to today's video. Last night we saw end of an era. Yes, the retirement of Sting. Yeah, this all went down at AEW's latest pay-per-view, Revolution. Yeah, we knew that his time was coming. He stated this for quite some time, that he was retiring at this pay-per-view. And yeah, what a way to go out. He stays tag team champion with, obviously, Darby Allin. So yeah, he was retired as champ. I don't know what that means for Darby Allin. Does he now need to go out and get a new partner? Yeah, time will tell on that one. But as far as Darby Allin's concerned, he is spending some time in hospital as his back got brutalised during that main event. Yeah, as predicted, lots of stars did come down to the ring, Ric Flair being one of them, only to get super kicked by the Young Bucks. But yeah, it was a great celebration for Sting. This show pretty much dedicated to him, which is rightly so. And yeah, I just wanted to say my bit about Sting. And yeah, we're going to start from the very beginning of me being a wrestling fan. And yeah, obviously, I've talked about this quite a few times with on my channel of how I got into wrestling. And yeah, Sting is pretty much a major part of that. Obviously, it was a time, late 80s, early 90s, where I got into wrestling. Obviously, at this point, there was Sky TV, and there was its competition here in the UK, BSB, which eventually Sky would buy out. But at this particular point, when we had BSB, because my dad couldn't afford Sky, we were watching NWA Power Hour. And yeah, who was on that? Sting. And Ric Flair, Tom Zink, Flying Brian. I always thought this was the cheesy wrestling, but it wasn't. But far from it. This was actually where wrestling started. NWA is one of the oldest wrestling organisations in professional wrestling. And yeah, I didn't know that at that point. I was only young. But yeah, Sting, the Surfer Sting, was great. Always got a big, massive fanfare from the crowd whenever he showed up on the show. So yeah, it was always great just to see him. And yeah, you couldn't help but like the Stinger, and you got behind him. And yeah, that's pretty much my first introduction to wrestling. Obviously, I would go on to watch WWE and the rise of The Undertaker. But yeah, Sting started it all. Obviously, Sting would change personas as time went on and became Crow Sting. I think he did this so well, he transitioned so well as the wrestling culture changed. He changed with it and managed to create such an iconic character in the Crow Sting. But this is not all. He left WCW, he joined TNA, and he started the Joker Sting gimmick, which was really cool. And a lot of people really praise him for this, as it became such an iconic character that he portrayed. Obviously, he would join the main event Mafia, which I think would lead to the potential downfall of TNA at that particular time. But yeah, it was just good to have the iconic Sting in that promotion. But finally, WWE finally signed Sting. We finally got him to come to the promotion after Sting pretty much avoiding that conversation, that promotion. He finally caved in and joined. We saw him lose, though, at WrestleMania against Triple H, which a lot of people were saddened about. But at that particular time, he was fully fit, so he could have a WrestleMania moment again in the future. I mean, everybody just wanted Sting, Undertaker, but for some reason it just didn't align right. And obviously, Sting would get injured accidentally in a match against Seth Rollins, which meant that he was shelved. and was unable to compete again in the WWE, which leads us to his reign of terror in AEW. Some years later, he finally got clearance to wrestle again, but he was on the AEW at the time, and winter came, and so did Sting, and Darby Allin got himself a new tag team partner. So that's how we got to his retirement. It's a great run. Even saw him tagging with RoboCop. Yeah, let that sink in. I mean, there's been many tag partners that the Stinger has had, but I think RoboCop has to be on top of the list here. Yeah, WCW back in the 90s, you couldn't beat it, eh? RoboCop, oh my God, what were they thinking? But yeah, it's just one of the great things that Sting has left us with. What a great legend. This is kind of like a tribute to the great man himself. It is really an end of an era. And fortunate enough, I've been able to be around most of his, I think it's 38 years, which is quite amazing and such an amazing feat. He doesn't leave disgraced. He doesn't leave wrestling business on his back. He is hailed as a champion as he leaves AEW and professional wrestling. Hopefully we don't see the last of him. Hopefully we'll be helping out backstage or become part of the Legends list at WWE so that we can start playing him again on 2K20 games in the future. But yeah, this is a massive thank you to the Stinger and his many, many personas and great matches. Obviously, some of the greatest feuds that we've ever seen with the likes of Ric Flair, Lex Luger, even to the fact that he even fought Hulk Hogan, which is at one point we never thought was possible. But in his illustrious career, held countless championships. Sting will be missed, but will always be forever ingrained in our hearts as a great iconic wrestler of the three decades or 4 decades, whichever, of his wrestling career. And his take a bow, son, is definitely something that we can say. So thank you, Sting. You've been awesome. Here's to whatever you do next, my friend. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favourite Sting moments are in the comment section below. And we will be back later on for a touch on the Raw side. So make sure that you get ready for that video later on this evening. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time. Bye for now.